getting political and stuff, so I go in a different direction, see, because I am my own president as a self governed American. Okay, so, you know, without committing any crimes. A lot of people are concerned with rights. A lot of people are concerned with the presentation of laws and statutes and codes. And basically, it really can be so simple as if someone is standing in front of you with a lanyard, badge, gun, and paperwork, okay, they are equal unless you committed a crime. And you have the right to say, well, hold on, sir or ma'am, respectfully, because their job is difficult and they do have a legitimate part of their job that they're doing. But if you're feeling a certain way, what you got to say is like, excuse me, pardon me, okay, well, hold on, sir. Stand down, sir or ma'am. We are equal right now because I haven't committed a crime. Okay, and I don't consent to your assumed authority and jurisdiction, okay, because there's no articulable suspicion of that I've created a crime, and looking suspicious is not a crime. So therefore, I must be on my way. And I have appointments, and I don't want to have to write uh, a charge and a receipt and a notice to induct into the court system so I could get paid, because if you're forcing me to be a citizen under the guise that you think I've committed a crime, then I get paid too. And nobody really understands that. That's where your fee schedule comes in. Okay, but the bottom line is you have a right to a fair contract and you have a right to be judged by a jury of your peers. So if you're on the side of the road and there's a 25-year-old cop and like I'm 50 and there's some kind of like principality in their mind that I've offended, that they feel they have a right to stop me and do something, there's a plethora of problems with that, because first of all, what's the emergency? Okay. Second of all, okay, what is the crime? And third, are they adequate in standing or training to deal with you to relieve the city of liability? Or is this why everything's self contracted or subcontracted, and that is why you can't get a live person at the police station after 5 and the courts close at 5? Yet we are 24-hour subject. So, what is going on with this? Like subcontracting to release yourself a liability, and then you could enhance the intensity and the threat because it doesn't matter anyway, because the primary entity that's governing, that's taken the representation of governing through the majority of people's uh, admission and submission, but not applied to those that, like myself. Uh, this is a big problem because they are the ones that are gaining the monetary mostly for it, and then they're paying for the violations to occur to impose the threat to keep the extortion level up. And this is why I was forced to learn this, because I was very happy not knowing before. I was very happy following and being hanging out with my fellow Americans of the blind persuasion or uneducated persuasion or ignorant or, you know, um, disregarded persuasion of life, where they don't accept or acknowledge these things that I'm talking about. So, with the election coming up and all this stuff, we have these things that are going to be opposing on us. And the bottom line is there's a difference between an American and a citizen, and you need to understand that and stand under those four beautiful documents, only representing what is God given to the sentient beings of this world, which are the living beings in natural form with living flesh and flowing blood, representing the ends legis fictitious straw man account. And with these things, you can choose a side that is your side and our side, and a very important side, because it's the side that represents us. And with this little American flag, I'm under this. And with that flag right there, it's good enough. And the history is good enough. So I don't need to adhere to having like an MVP player that I'm rooting for to be conjoined with my fellow Americans for the sake of acceptance, blind acceptance, mind you. Okay, I don't need to be, on board with a celebrity that is speaking on someone's behalf, because, none of them talk about things that I am concerned with or that apply really to my life and make a difference. And because I'm not an offender and I have a cap on a certain amount of things in society I'm willing to experience and grow and produce while also doing my part to pay my way and contribute to mankind for all its greatness that we could be achieving, instead of this drama, condemnation, and judgment going on because of essentially teams. It's quite crazy. And there's so many things that people aren't seeing, and I am okay with that, because that's your right to life. Just stay the fuck out of mine, no matter what happens. No matter what your situations are in the Middle East. No matter what they are in Europe. Or anywhere for that matter. Even in my homeland. Keep your shit tight. And keep it off of my plate, is all I gotta say. Duly.